Hello everyone and welcome to my second 2020 Java Mastery, and today we are going to do the whole installation of what we need to start writing Java. So we are going to install two softwares we need to use. We have our Java JTK, a compiler that gives us the ability to access Java in our computer. And we are going to have a text editor or an IDE. Actually, at Java, we use IDEs to write Java. So we have different IDEs. We have Eclipse, IntelliJ, and NetBeans. So I'm going to use NetBeans as our default IDE for this course. I choose it as a better IDE for me and a usable IDE which is very simple to use. And what you need is only to visit these two websites. You go on Google, just search for download Java, and then take those steps to download. And after that, we are going to install Java together. And the second thing we need to do is to download IntelliJ. You just write download IntelliJ, and after that you will see on the web page of IntelliJ there is a download option. What you need to do is to click on the download button. Then you will see two different versions of IntelliJ. You select on the community edition, because what we are doing here, we are learning Java. We don't need a purchased version. We are not doing Spring Boot. We are not building bigger apps. What we are doing here is just to write the basic Java, learning how to program using Java. So click on community edition and download it. After that, let's come back to our computer. I think on installation of Java JDK, the development kit, on Mac and Linux, there is no many hassles you need to do to complete the installation. You just download and install. On Linux users, you just visit on the Google, just search for download Linux for download Java for Linux, and you find a very good direction on how to use Linux, how to download Java for Linux. I don't think many of beginners use Linux, but if there is others who use Linux and who don't know how to install Java in Linux, just write comment below, and I will help you. I will give you the direction on how to do it. So here we are using Windows, and I'm going to show you how to configure our Java JDK on Windows, because as I said, when we use Mac OS or Linux, we don't need to configure many things for our Java development kit to work in our computer. So you can see, if we come here and just type cmd, this is our command prompt or our Windows terminal. When we just write Java - version, this error is coming because I installed Java in my computer. So I did the whole configuration, so I won't find it is showing that I already have Java in my computer. So I uninstalled it, but because I've added the configuration which need to be added in Windows computer, and it is still showing me that I have Java. So if you haven't installed Java in your computer, when you type that command Java - version, it shows you that the Windows CMD won't find that the Java in your computer. So I'm going to show you how to write or how to direct your Java JDK to be recognized in the command line like this. It is an error that is come back as a result, but don't worry, that doesn't have anything to do with the Java development kit, and there is no errors with the development kit. So let's start by doing the installation. So let's just click on Java JDK. This is the setup you get when you just visit the Oracle website, the Java website, and download. Please just download the latest version or Java version 8 and above. Just click next, then install. Let's wait for the Java JDK to install. So it depends with your computer. Sometimes on other computers it takes time. Sometimes it will be shorter. So after that, what we need to do on our Windows computer for Java to be recognized in the system path of computer, we need to add it into variable path of computer. So what we need to do, where do we find the variable path? When you come here on the search button of Windows, when you write variable or just write environment, you find this result, edit the system variable. Then when you click there, you find this little window, or you can come here on Explorer, just right click on PC, on this PC, go to properties, click on advanced system, you will find the environment. Or the third thing you can do, you can just visit your control panel like this. Click on control panel, you can just write variable on search. Let me check variable, then search. You find this and click on edit system environment variable, then click on that. Let's close these things. So after that, if you get this little window pop up, you need to click on environment variable. Then we have two paths we need to configure. You can find here on environment variables, we have user variables. The user variables, it's like a configuration of all applications or all installation variables for your operating system account. But Java works with a compiler, and the compiler converts our written Java code to bytecode. So bytecode, to be understandable, it must communicate with the machine, which means that's the whole computer, not the operating system only. So that's where we have system variables. So what we need to do, we need to add two paths here. So before we add two paths here, which path are we going to add? So you need to come back here on our computer, just locate to local disk C, go in programs, find the Java folder where we did our installation, get into JDK, click on bin, and just click on top here. Just copy this path and close, and let's go back to our environment variables. So here we are going to double click on path, then we are going to click new. We are going to put a new path we have copied from our local disk C. So we just copy, we just paste it here and press OK. And then here on system variables, this is the total and the special system variable we need to configure. So just come here on path and double click. Let's create new here. Then let's paste. Then click OK. Then OK. OK. Then when we come back to our command prompt, when we just write Java -- version, we'll find that it still returns error. I don't know why is it happening. Depends on your operating system, but I experienced that from Java 9. Also with another versions of Java 8, it's still happening. I don't know, is it a problem with Windows or so forth, but that doesn't affect anything. Java is correct, Java is working well. So if you want to see it for sure Java is working well, you can type JShell. JShell. When you enter, this is the new Java shell that comes with Java 9 and above. So JShell is a new command or a new terminal for Java. To use it to write Java, it is the same with the Node.js. If you did an experience or if you used Node.js spec, it is a little command line. Or if you use Python, Python is a little text editor that it comes with the IDE one. Let me search for it, give you a little example. This one, the Python IDE. So it's just the same with the JShell. So you won't find a JShell if you don't have a total installed Java, or if Java is not recognized in your computer system path variable. So that's all about installing Java in Windows. So our next part is about to install our IDE, the environment where we are going to use to write our code. So you just double click on IDE. As I said, you just download a community version. I'm not using a community version because of my reason. I'm using enterprise version. So what you need to do is next, and just next until you finish to install. Simple like that. So after that, you are all set and you are ready to start to write your Java applications using IntelliJ. If you want to get more, please follow by using the same and the exact IDE I'm using. And I don't want to lie to you, IntelliJ is the best Java IDE. The reason people they don't use IntelliJ is because it just has some expensive. You need to purchase a license so that you can use it. That's why people they don't want to use it. But it's a very good and a best IDE to use writing Java. So guys, thank you for being the part of this video. Let's meet on the next lesson where we start to write our Java Hello World program, and I'm going to give a light on why Java and JavaScript are not the same. As I said on my first video, we should go through that path with a full understanding of the difference between Java and JavaScript. So it's gonna be a little video, but it's very good for you to understand, so that if you are going to take the path, you know and you understand what you are writing. Thank you for being the part of this video. See you next time.